You are now rocking with the Dr. Greenthumb Show live on Twitch, Kick, X, Discord, YouTube, and the home site, www.brealtv. What it be like? To my right, I got Mr. Goodlight, DJ C minus.
What up? Happy Thursday.
It is very happy. I got my man, the legendary Psycho Les, in the building.
Hola, amigos.
We got the legendary Treehouse crew, Bolton, Blombo, Bra Bra, and the Dominator.
Yo, what's going on?
Chilling. I'm right here. And in the building for the first time, we got my man, Fat Jack, Abstract Rude.
Yes, sir. What's good?
Yes. Good to have you brothers up in here.
Oh, jeez.
Good to be here, man.
It's about time, representing that, West Coast hip-hop action, like hip-hop, traditional, the way we like. I mean, I like all kinds, all the aspects of it, but, traditionally it's that raw shit that's not necessarily too West Coast. It's just, East Coast influence.
The roots.
Yeah.
So,
And I feel like that you guys represent that like a motherfucker, man.
Thank you.
Hell yeah.
appreciate that.
And you guys are re-releasing something right now, remaster of the Abstract Tribe Unique South Central Think Tank album, right?
Yep, we are. What some people, a lot of our fans like to call our magnum opus, or at least one of them, represents a time when we were like all together, just mashing like a real tight brotherhood, even living together, at the same spot over on the east side of South Central. So the album is called South Central Think Tank, by the way. And so that just like expresses how we were vibing at the time. It's like we right here in the hood where it's going down, but we kind of like vibing. We had a lot of brothers that was on that hood element trying to figure out what we was doing,
right,
and change their lives a little bit, at least get more into the music and things like that.
Brought them into the studio, and they were trying to pay attention to what we was doing. We was conscious. Some of them was really banging in the street, but they was looking for an outlet, to figure out, get they rapping together, and then as they practice got better, we started doing albums for them too, and they just started just learning the business through their little dread homies.
Yeah. I mean, hip hop was the outlet for a lot of us that came from neighborhoods like that. You know what I mean? That the future wasn't necessarily bright unless you jumped onto this and, did it with enough frequency to get good at it and make a run.
Facts.
And having your movement out there for motherfuckers to be inspired by and to learn from, that was important because it did take a lot of motherfuckers out of those gangs, out of those situations, and like, I'm gonna try this. This is gonna be my path right here. How does it feel to be that influence? I mean, because I know coming in as an artist, we don't think about things like that. We're like pretty much in the now. Let's figure out what kind of music we're gonna make, like how this is gonna represent us, and all the other things we don't necessarily think about till after.
I'm glad you said West Coast hip hop, just because I feel like it's really all one.
Yeah.
Like I remember when Cube and them and Katie used to make their blue labels.
Yeah.
And they would spoof like Beastie Boys and Run DMC songs.
That's what they was doing all the cuts.
My feelers skating through the Skyland Hall.
Yeah. I remember that.
And it's like everybody who does hip hop, so-called conscious hip hop, came through the gang life, in the streets anyway. So it was really always just one West.
One culture, man.
And the place we came up out of, the Good Life Cafe, and then it turned into Project Blow 5 years later. But that was always a place that had a bunch of different styles, melding and coming together. Some people was on that. Yeah. Right, and if you was on that ignorant tip, you would probably get booed, especially if you cursed.
Yeah.
But if you could tell a story, right, and captivate the audience, then we was messing with it.
That was everything.
Once Project Blow started, you can say whatever you wanted to say, and it was just open.
Yeah, we did Blow like no censorship because we were growing older, and it was like, okay, let's take the reins off a little bit. We had to more police ourselves go through some things with the police and things like that. But yeah, I mean, it feels good to be that voice, though. Largely, the media created the narrative of kind of like the us versus them thing.
Right.
Because I remember meeting Sir Jinx, and he was like, oh man, I know, y'all don't really like us. So I'm like, what? Are you kidding me? I had to tell them just how big a fan I was from day one of everything they did. And like, no, it ain't like that. It just, you let one little article come out and everybody start piggybacking off of that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No, that's the narrative, right?
Yeah, man.
True.
I mean, they always try to cause dissension in the culture like that, pitting one style versus the other, conscious versus street and all that shit. But really, it's one thing. Just like you said,
And I think also, like, right about this time, right around this time right now is the perfect time for the good roots music to come back, the culture shit, the conscious, all that, saying something, telling stories, teaching, preaching, all that. We need that right now in today's times.
Yeah, you need more substance because, I mean, for so long, everything that we've heard on terrestrial radio is materialistic celebration of bullshit.
Everything just can't be a freestyle off the top of the head.
And everything just can't be celebrated, how much money you got and how many pills you pop and how many bitches you got.
Yeah, dude.
And all that,
How many people you shot.
How many people you shot.
That's the biggest one they celebrate. I
Yeah,
mean,
these motherfuckers catching bodies left and right.
They're real creative. I'll give them that on how I be hearing some of this murder.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
But you know what? Like I give them love on some of those raps because they're using the gun talk to really kill their opponent. Like
when it's metaphor like
it's
that.
metaphors, yeah.
Like we had DMX, we had Cool G rap, we had what I mean, like Wu, like cats, Cyphers, like we had cats doing that. But it's different how they do it now.
Yeah, right. Like,
and I just be listening, like, oh, they really mean it. Like they're really going.
Yeah,
And a lot of them are going to jail.
Yeah,
still
right.
They came from.
They that's the thing, right? Is that this generation, unlike ours, that we come from those same places, right? We were able to detach from the things that were anchoring us down, learn from it, and tell others, hey, listen, there's an alternative. You don't got to get stuck in this shit over here, and you should not cross the stream, right? You should bring this gang banging shit into this professional place that you're trying to get to, and people forgot that.
In our crew, in our house, in our studio, we had Bloods and Crips in there at the same time that wanted something out of life, tired of going to prison. I had a few times where I was working on albums, and you almost get done with the album, then the dude go to prison. He gone for 20 years.
Damn.
Waste of time. So I started telling, look, if you're going to do this, we got to do this. You're going to have to leave that out there alone and stay away from it because we have a way to get you out there heard because we doing it.
Yeah.
And some of them listened, some of them didn't.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
And some of them are very talented.
Yes.
They just don't have the belief in themselves that they'll look. We talk about this shit all the time. It's that self manifestation. Like what I know because I was a banger myself, banging with cats that was talented, but was constantly saying to themselves, "Hey, I ain't shit. I ain't never gonna be shit. So this is what it is." And
real.
Keeping themselves anchored down in those words that they spit about themselves. You know what I'm saying? But the ones that ain't telling themselves that shit, the ones that think, you know what, I could do this shit. Those are the ones we've seen push forward and disconnecting from the streets like that. Just seems to me these younger cats don't have the homies that'll support that and push them. They're kind of like trying to keep them in this shit because they can't get to that spot.
It happens, man.
I mean, it's crazy. Instead of like, trying to propel your homie and push him for the good shit, you trying to keep this shit attached to him.
Some learn that it doesn't work.
And it doesn't. Look, if you should happen, and we've seen this, most especially in LA, right? Let's just say you're still actively banging, and then you hit a lick, and you're that guy no matter what side you bang on, whether you're Blood, Crip, whatever, right? If you're still active, you're a bigger target at this point because now that motherfuckers that really don't fuck with you are really, putting a bigger bullseye on your back.
And on the crew you hang
and the crew you hang with, and the loved ones that be with you. Because guess what? You're still active, and motherfuckers that like are your rivals or enemies don't want to see you out there winning. And every time they do, that's a slap to their face.
And we keep seeing it happen.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, we had like Biggie, Pac, and it was like, wow, that was big for a while. I mean, it was, Big L. Scott LaRock had passed. We had these more isolated incidents that rang out. It's almost like I can't keep up now with rappers
like,
that
dude,
have been slain.
It's like, and like we keep hearing these stories and reading these stories of all these people that just either are just involved in a shootout, some crime of some sort, or they just, and then when it's time for them to get, when they get got, like, then they start telling on each other, or telling on themselves, and they go back and listen to the music, and the homies will be describing the crime he got arrested for in detail, and you're like, yo, why would you do like?
There's a lot of Davids out there.
Yeah, man.
Nobody intelligent in the studio telling them what they're doing. They just letting them record.
I'll just press record because
I referenced David. It's because that's that artist David who allegedly killed the young girl, hacked her up. Okay. He told on himself in the song even. Yeah. And a lot of rappers have been doing David before David.
Yeah.
Dry snitching themselves like a motherfucker because they want to feel like relevant on the street to the motherfuckers that are listening to them.
Yeah.
And here they are incriminating themselves because guess what? The feds, the law enforcement, if you're active and you're also doing entertainment like that, and they know, they're listening and watching they're listening to everything you say, watching everything you do, for sure.
Oh yeah, they'll post it. I saw these two kids just get popped. They were hitting ATMs, and they actually would get away with it. They were like putting crazy glue in the ATM, sitting back and waiting for people to come try to use it, and it'd be out of service. That patient to sit and wait for the repairmen to come, and then beat the repairmen up, rob them, take all the money.
Oh man,
they had done this at ATMs across the state. Don't try this at home.
Yeah, don't do it.
But then they posted it on Instagram. All their cash still in the bands of how they stole it.
Oh man,
and the police went right and got them.
Yeah,
I mean they're watching everything, every platform. You don't think they have, the technology now? Yes, they do.
And and coming up with worst,
And they got pages too. Follow the police.
Yeah.
Police department. They got pages.
You could believe they're getting DMs from people. You know what I'm saying? Salty motherfuckers that are like, snitching on other motherfuckers. Hey, check this out over here at this time. Blah, 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 boom.
Truth is, like, it was getting bad back then. Well, we recorded this album like 96, 97.
Oh, yeah, it was.
And that's kind of why we made it. Because we made more dreamy, artsy, abstract type stuff than this in our previous albums, like Underground Fossils, Mood Pieces.
Yeah.
But even the title, South Central Think Tank, kind of implied
we was living in the jungle.
We were really back in the hood.
So
and it was like, okay, let's do something to touch these brothers right here, who we right here with.
Yeah,
that's when they was around us the most. That's why we kind of influenced us to. Basically, it was a conscious gangster record without doing so much cussing and stuff. We was just telling our South Central stories, so things that's around us, not some of the good and the bad. Together.
Because there is that. The guys that grow up in the hood don't necessarily bang there. They see all the crazy shit that happens, and they see all the cool shit that happens. So to have that perspective, I mean, because you only ever get one, right? I mean, most record labels out here didn't sign conscious shit for a while. It was all they were trying to do was sign copies of NWA and Compton's Most Wanted.
For sure.
And if you didn't sound like that, they weren't interested until a few groups broke through with consciousness and you know, artsy shit, but it was like hip hop driven and not so West Coast sounding. You know what I mean?
Real talk. Most people got that one, maybe second record.
Yeah.
And then all that was, you know, you had to go independent if you want to keep that going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the crazy shit. Yeah.
And you know what a what a beautiful independent scene we've had out here on the West Coast.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Fortunately.
you know,
Yeah.
like I remember, you know, doing flavors and, you know, like interacting with you guys and just always like anyone that had a dope record was on their hustle about it. You know what I mean? And that was so dope. And then you had labels like that were coming up at the same time, like Stone's Throw and, you know, who's the cat up in the Bay? ABB Records?
Yeah, ABB.
Yeah, ABB. Yeah, they were dope. Man, so many just, it was like really dope for an independent hip hop scene at that point.
Yeah, Def Jux was doing that.
Def
thing.
Jux, LP forever, dude.
LP, you know. Then like letting some of these acts go is the greatest thing, you know, that the industry did for that indie scene.
Yeah.
Because people like you know, Farside and Hyro.
Yeah.
And then, you know, AC Alone and Cool Keith came in. MF Doom.
MF
when
Doom, yeah.
when he reemerged, peace be upon him, was a huge thing. And then a lot of us, like we had got our deal with Grand Royal, with
Beastie Boys.
Beastie
label.
Boys. Salute to
Hell
the
yeah.
Beasties.
What
But
up,
then
Kick?
it got caught up in the '96 Clean House that Capitol did before we could even come out.
Finished the record, but we didn't really come out, but they did send out some promotional stuff.
Yeah, that was the Mood Pieces record. So then we had people like from overseas trying to put out singles, and we ended up just rolling with it, indie, finding fans, just responding to the interest. Like if enough time probably would have gone by where it was no interest, maybe I'd have faded off into something else. But it was like, okay, it's working, it's working, it's
Think
working.
Tank
it's
got
doing
made
it.
in the midst of all that while we was right there on the main
Yeah, with just the homie that was just, you know, just like trying to do his thing in the streets on his like white masterpiece, Steve. Shout out to the homie Jerry from Ocean Floor.
Hell
And we
yeah.
was just like, by any means necessary, we gonna keep this going. You know, we had some hood homies trying to invest to do
Dutch,
little things.
Dutch from Main Street.
Yeah, the homies, we had some homies over in the main. We had some homies in, you know what I'm saying, from the 60s that was down with us or whatever. But they had like the ones that was, you know, done with all that, you know what I mean? And was just trying to rap.
He was inspired by what we was doing.
Yeah, like Nipsey
So-
OGs, like the homie Ice Smooth 7 was one of the first ones from over there to get a deal on Motown. I was on his record. So we had a crazy journey. Got to work with Warren G early with this group YNV that was signed to Def Jam West and all that through
PMP,
Paul Stewart.
right? Yeah.
Through Paul Stewart. Shout
Paul
out to him.
Stewart, salute.
Power move.
I did the 5 footers for one.
Yeah, the 5 footers. Yep, we got to work with them and Warren. So we got to do our thing in the industry and take a solid, like the rest of these guys, like Hyro got to really do it, you know, like they got more motion, you know, while they was on Jive or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And so, you know, once they hit the independent, it was like, okay, now we got really a lot more motion. But you got to give it up to two cats like Living Legends, who
for
did
sure.
straight
Absolutely.
indie from the gate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Merce did his solo deal, but they all basically just been indie from the gate and have done great things.
Yeah, they were indie before you had all this technology available to like really help you in places that like, you know, you needed labels for. You know what I'm saying? Now, you could be completely indie and do all the marketing and promoting yourself however you like to. I mean, sure, it's not the same resources as a major label, but I mean, we've seen artists get it off. And if you got a vision and you could push the movement and you got the goods to back it up in terms of the music, yeah, I mean, you could make a solid run as an independent artist these days, for sure.
We learned from y'all because when we were signed to the Beasties, I remember they brought us out, or I think it was Dominguez, Lollapalooza.
Yeah, Dominguez Hills, yeah.
Late 94, 95.
Got out of stage.
And so people in the crowd thought we was Bad Brains. We were walking around in the crowd.
Basically pulled us out of stage.
It was funny. But
Wow,
they
they
pulled us out on stage. I was like, wow, right? But I remember y'all merch game was just off the chain around then. It was just like, and I remember them talking about it at the table, like they're just killing it with the merch. And so when we went into our indie thing, we were like, gotta have your merch.
Yeah.
Like, Cyphers, gotta have all your shirts. And I mean, they had just, even back then, just dozens and dozens of different ones.
You know, we tried to hit people with varieties. I mean, we got it from Mello. Like when Mello was signed on Capitol and he puts out his the Escape from Havana album, he had, it was like an independent, you know, company that was making his shirts. It was this dude and his wife. It was a little family company. And we're like, shit, our shit is coming out. We need to. So we were making our own shirts before we had any kind of deal popping and shit like that, just trying to get it out. And, you know, so by the time we do actually get a merch deal, we're like, we got all kinds of ideas for these motherfuckers because we had been doing it so long. Like branding, like with our hoodies, right? We used to have these hoodies, and I think that's in one of the videos where when the hoodie's drawn, it was Cypress Hill stitched out on the top. We used to take it to Compton Swap Meet and get them all stitched up at the
embroidery
over there,
shop.
the embroidery shop over there, and the bucket hats too. We'd send them over to Compton Swap Meet and you know, knock all of our fucking bucket hats down. And people are like, damn, where did you buy those? And we're like, shit, we made them.
Nobody had more merch than them. It was crazy.
Yeah, it was interesting. We had a lot of ideas.
Dude, and iconic pieces too. Like the first time I ever saw the original Cypress Hill logo, and in the back it said the funky Cypress Hill shit.
Yeah.
I was like, and when, because I had heard the singles, you know, Killer Man and Funky Feeling, but when I heard the album, that shirt, seeing that shirt made me go listen to that song first.
Yeah, which was Hand on the Pump.
Funky Cypress Hill shit. Well, you have a song called that too.
Oh, I'm thinking fucking up the program because there was that shirt too. We had phrases on our shirts.
Yeah,
that were like from the lines in the song.
Yeah, man.
That was one of them. The Funky Cypress Hill shit, fucking up the program, and I can't remember what the other one was, but yeah, we got a lot of people thrown out of school over those shirts, right? Sorry,
happened.
Yeah, we called that specific logo Tomato Face because it looked like a fucking tomato. It was a red skull with the green weed leaf, so it looked
tomato face.
Tomato face.
Let me get a tomato face.
Let me get a couple of tomato faces.
Bring it.
Hey, what were some of your like earliest sources of inspiration? Like, what was the spark for you that made you want to make beats and also become a rapper?
For me, Mantronics.
Hell yeah.
And that's when I come from under DJ Slip from Compton Most Wanted.
Right.
And he started getting drum machines first, so we would mess around, and Mantronics inspired us. When Eric B. for President came out, that's when we wanted the SB1200, and that's when we started sampling. And from there, you know, everybody was.
Yeah.
Then we were some of the first to get MPCs too, Slip, and then everybody with DJ Unknown.
Yeah.
Unknown.
Essential tools to the game.
That's my original, you know, circle coming up since 5 years old. But when I started messing with the Good Life guys, a lot of them didn't know that I come from like the CMW camp, but I brung that bottom beat, but I was I was messing with that jazz. You know, Slip was on that, you know, on the funky stuff.
Yeah.
But what I learned from him, the foundation, I brought that to the Good Life, but I had this jazz on it, so I was different from all the other producers over there, but I never told them where I came from. I just fell into it.
Just did.
Later on, they found out that I had a lot of because I brought them all together eventually. When he got signed, I had Slip engineered our album.
Dope.
So when you were doing beats for this record, what was your weapon of choice?
MPC 60, then I had the 2.
Yep.
And now in the 3000, that's all the way up to the new ones today.
So you rocked a combination.
Yeah.
So you were sampling a lot, right?
Yeah, sampling, and it wasn't until when Battle Cat started playing on the keyboards, coming off the sampling. He used to come to my house, and he's like, "Man, we got to start playing these samples, man. I need to start playing." And he started doing it. I started watching him, so I started messing around on the keyboard more and learning how to play my samples to get away from that. Then I started chopping and not taking loops and stuff, and that's when I was able to get away with the stealing stuff, you know.
If I'm not mistaken, the Bloods and Crips album was mixed at our studio, right?
Yeah, well, I did.
He came.
The Banging on Wax?
Yeah.
The Banging on Wax. Battle Cat came over.
Battle Cat used to come using my stuff from time to time. We shared ideas. We kind of kept under the same basically we all come up pretty from under Lonzo Wrecking Crew and all them. You know, I used to be at LA Sound Control. We used to do the music for Uncle Jam's Army, the sound system, the sports arena, and all that.
Oh, gee.
And you know, our whole crew. But then I was the only one that left that circle and went over to the Good Life, which is known for freestyling and freestyle fellowship and all that, and us after Tribe Unique. But all that came together eventually too. But a lot of the world don't know that. That's what I mean by South Central. We all connected. You know what I'm saying? We all connected from some kind of way like that, and what's going on.
Yeah, you know, you guys have mentioned, you know, Good Life and Project Low. Please give a little, you know, a bigger description about what that was and how, you know, like, and what that meant to our scene.
All right, well, I'll answer this question quickly first just by saying, ironically, it was cats like the Beastie Boys and basically everybody who was on Def Jam. You know, all the ways hip hop were in films and rappers we would see, you know, on Beach Street or wherever they were rapping. That was the first stuff that made you want to rap.
That was the spark.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Crush Groove and things like that. And then it was one local cat in my hood. Shout out to Jazzy D, who was an OG. And he used to be rapping with Uncle Jams and all them. He was one of the few rappers that you can go back and even see his name on some of the flyers or whatever. So he lived right on my street, on my block. We were right on 59th and Western, in between Western and like Dinker. So like, so shout to him. And seeing him do it, it was like, oh, maybe we could do it kind of thing.
Yeah.
But then the Good Life, once we made it over there, which we kind of made it over there through Tribe Unique dancing, and dancing for different cats, like the Freestyle Fellowship and Big Al and B Hall herself, the lady who would organize the night. And the Underground Railroad Jazz Band, and eventually like the Watts Prophets, Horace Tapscott, and all these people they were dancing for because they were just amazing freestyle dancers.
Body musicians.
And I kind of started more emerging, rhyming, and we made our way to the Good Life, and I started rhyming up there and making a name for myself just every week. And really what it was, like it happened every Thursday. So once I knew it was open, I went every Thursday. And I would hear a lot of cats doing, you know, some of the same songs or routines that they had did the week before or whatever. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna do something different every time.
We made a beat just for that.
Because I noticed there was other cats that would do that too.
Yeah.
Cats like Peace and Micah Knife, and they would just make stuff up off the top of their head. But it would sound like a whole thought out presentation. You're like, dang, that's tight. Well, I'm not at that level yet, but I'm a right mind to prepare it. I'd be in school, because I was like in 11th grade when I first started going.
Damn.
Like 91, you know what I'm saying, August. But when I started rapping, it was like September. I met him shortly after. Right before the riots. But so I'm up there and I'm just like rapping something different every time. So out of 52 Thursdays a year, because it's 52 weeks, right?
Right.
Like I know I didn't go on Thanksgiving, right?
So that's the only one you did 51.
And if at that week that Christmas would come, we would go visit my aunt in San Diego.
All right, so you had 50.
I know I went 50 a year for 3 years straight minimum. And so just let that sink in. Like, it's cats who recorded it, like OD, Nigga Fish from CVE and them. They got tapes, and Ava DuVernay made her first film, The Life, talking about the Good Life. So it was a place where MCs could come in Los Angeles at a health food store called the Good Life Health Food Center. Everybody just called it the Good Life Cafe. And a lot of people started going there around December of '89 when B Hall was a lady who organized it with her son, Arcane Blaze, to start, holding a night for young people to come. And really just, it was more like a talent show. Mm-hmm. The hip hop kind of eventually took it over. But there were people that used to come sing.
The industry was up in there.
It's like a showcase type of
deal. Yeah, it started out more like that, but the rap kind of took it over. And the Fellowship and all those guys, and CV and people that they came to call the heavyweights, First Brigade, rest in peace, the late great Ganja K, and Mean Green. You talking about you know, chronic, you know, OGs. They all built it up. So by the time that people like me, you know, and Pigeon John and Medusa and Tumex and all of us started coming in, it was like, you know, they had hype on it and we were just trying to add to it and make our mark in it. You feel me?
Yeah.
So
Accept it.
we did that. And I tell young people all the time, like, if you put 150 pieces of art into any gallery, you know what I mean? In this bitch, you gonna become something in art.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Like Basquiat basically did that. He painted so much. He just painted and painted and painted and painted and painted and painted and painted. He didn't get stuck on this one painting that he made. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He just kept painting stuff.
Yeah.
And I kind of did that at The Good Life. And that was sort of how I became Abstract Root, as well as a lot of time in tutelage with him in the lab. Because by the time we were in his lab in Inglewood, like everybody in The Good Life had their own lab. CVE had the Shack. The Fellowship was over in the J's, you know, at AC's apartment.
We was in Inglewood.
We were in Inglewood. And so we all kind of started kicking it and
Inglewood.
labbing. And so that was a thing too. It was a lot of off-site. Once The Good Life became kind of like a family of artists, all connected just because they went to this one spot. I got to shout out Corrupt too, because he'd be up in there freestyling early on. Snoop was up in there. You talking Ahmad, Skilo, you know what I mean? Even like Souls of Mischief came down. Far Side was up in there. Like I could go
I took
on.
Tech
Super
Nine
Nat.
when I was working with him.
A lot of
You
They all won.
got to remember back in the days on the streets, we was having ciphers, a lot of ciphers on the streets and all that. So making spots like that made it good for us, like to just now we got a spot to go and
True
grab,
that.
grab
It became somewhere that people would have to come through. Like even sign cats would come through.
Yep.
Like
Yep.
the Biz, Marquis, peace be upon him, came through. Chuck D came through. Fat Joe came through once and was famously kicked off, but only because he cursed. You know?
Oh shit! He tried to get on the
cursed.
mic and
he cursed, and it was B Hall had a strict no curse.
Biz came in there and tore it up.
She didn't care who you were, even if it was like Fellowship or whatever. If you'd have to really be clever and like slip it through hella fast or whatever.
Biz is the man, telling you.
Yeah.
Came through.
But yeah, man, it was a magical time, and we kind of kept that going, you know, at Project Blow in Lamert Park through the tutelage of Ben Caldwell at Chaos Network. So shout out to him. And today you even got Bananas with Verbs that people like Doja Cat came out of. And, you know what I mean? And all the cats like Open Mike Eagle and, you know, Dumbfounded that just.
Let me ask you
going.
something. Like speaking of Biz, like what are your thoughts on rappers like Max B, like saying talking shit about
Disrespectful.
Yeah, like Big Daddy Kane, especially.
Yeah.
Like,
It's disrespectful. It just showed me that he probably was nowhere around when that stuff was going on and what they did to impact us in our heart on listening to all those great albums.
Yeah,
And what they did for us and make us even want to be in this business. To disrespect them like that.
I mean, what's crazy is that yesterday, more than any other day, boy, there was a flood of Big Daddy Kane posts and admiration for BDK because people weren't gonna.
The fans ain't having that.
Yeah, no one was gonna be having dude disrespected Big Daddy Kane. Yeah, as it should be, and I'm glad that we saw that influx of people that were like, nah, we ain't standing for this type of shit right here.
Not only that, but we know Big Daddy Kane what he's capable of doing. Like he do that.
Oh yeah, even right now,
he'll fucking destroy Max B on stage with a microphone. Trust that.
Hey, I know today's rappers could not hang with that rule you guys had, bro. You be kicking motherfuckers off the stage left and right.
Man.
It was hard.
One, half of them don't got the skill to be up there. Two, they don't got the vocabulary neither, like to articulate the rhyme without any of the expletives.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
I mean, rappers like Rakim showed us that you could be ill and not say no,
none of the expletives.
That's true.
There's those rare times, like my mind playing tricks on me, by Ghetto Boys, where I actually like the radio edit lyrics
Yeah.
more than the dirty version.
Yeah.
Same.
Because, and that's just a good example of how, with those parameters, you can push yourself to do creative things, which is something B+, says in that film. It's like, that's where, all creativity that's good will have these parameters that it figures out, Da Vinci type shit.
Yeah. I mean, there is a way around it, until when NWA opened Pandora's box. If that had not happened, we'd all been making clean records for who knows how long until someone busted the box open.
Yeah.
It just happened when it happened.
Yeah.
But it gave everybody a lot of license to cut corners.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Yeah.
myself included. Shit.
I was just trying to do the clean versions for this album, and though I don't curse a lot, I curse just enough for us to have to need clean versions.
Yeah.
And it was kind of annoying as fuck.
Yeah.
I got old songs where it's like a shit.
Yeah.
It's like one nigga and one shit.
You got to put it.
It's like,
Hey, just do the Primo trick where he does the little cut over so that's, you don't have to do another vocal take.
I should have got my money's worth is all I'm saying. Like, you go do it, just do it. And if not, then figure out how to say something else. So you're more licensable.
Yeah.
That's one thing to keep in mind when you're making a record. You make a dirty version, guess what? Radio wants clean version. So you got to work extra. You could have just solved that right from the beginning, not say no,
Go.
Yeah.
There you go.
And that's the part they don't tell you when you take a record deal. You know what I'm saying? They ain't going to be equivalent about the words unless they really care.
Yeah.
Unless they're really going to invest a lot. And they might say, hey, you're more, your possibilities are bigger if you change this or that.
Yeah, a good A&R would have been watching.
Like there's 10 fucks in this one rap right here.
Yeah.
If you could get it down to one, it's more marketable.
Oh, yeah.
We could sell this with one fuck. With 10 fucks, it's a little hard to sell. And that is the truth of it. The little shit like that. And some of us that be standing on our art will be, no, the 10 fucks got to stay.
Yeah. You got to remember, you got young kids listening to this, so parents don't want to hear all that.
Well, when we were in our 20s, we weren't giving a fuck about any of those things. We were just like, we're making our art.
Nah, but my parents would definitely be calling me out on that. Like, what's that I heard? What? Turn that shit.
Of course.
Don't listen.
Our parents would call us on the shit,
Oh, man.
Oddly enough, they cursed more than we did, you know what I'm saying? But
yeah. Yeah,
it's always those little things though.
But it was as a radio DJ, they came up, doing radio, and like it was always the biggest relief when you didn't have to have a clean version. It was just whatever was pressed, you know what I mean? Because it was already good to go.
That part.
Yeah. That was always a difficult part for a DJ. Like, fuck, how do I play this?
Yeah. And, especially if we heard stuff that we liked on, Cypress album, Beatnuts album, like we'd be like, is there cleans? And they would have to go in and go press them.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And then send you the pressing of the clean album and hoping as a DJ, you're like, I hope it's on double vinyl. Because if they sent single vinyl, it would sound, thinner or whatever. So it was always just a pleasure when you could just be like, yeah, here's the album, and it's all clean.
It's all clean.
Yeah, I remember they made us do the clean album because our shit was just like, it was what it was. And they're like, well, there's this sticker thing now, and if you got a sticker, they're not going to sell your shit in the South.
Did they edit it on the tours, or did they?
Mamas and Papa stores.
No, I had to. We had to go back into the studio and record.
Wow.
Fill in the blanks on all the all the places, right? And we did it in a day. We didn't even do it over the course of days. We were just okay, next song. Okay, next song. Okay, next song. I wish I had longer time to put together something different, man. But fuck, labels were like, you're gonna cut sales in half if you don't do these clean versions.
Wow, they would tell you that?
Yeah, well, yeah, because the record stores in the South would not carry your shit if it had the explicit sticker on it.
Wow. So I mean, I thought they would for sure like at least put it like because they used to put it behind the counter, right?
Well, there's liberal parts of the South where yes, you'll have that, but then there's the Bible Belt South where it's like, nah, we need our kids with warning shit here, and if it's got warning stickers, we don't want them listening to it.
Oh,
that's that. So
every church community type.
Yep.
Yeah. So you'd have to do a clean version if you wanted to get those sales in that region. That some of them mom and pop stores ain't carrying anything with a sticker. Back then.
Back then, yeah, that sticker meant a lot too.
Yeah, that sticker was fucked up.
Respect.
It was a badge of honor, and it was fucked up at the same time.
That part.
You're standing on your fucking art, but at the same time, it's like, well, let's just put this record to the back. It's got the sticker on it.
Yeah, that's what I mean. We used to have to ask for certain albums that had the, it's that Two Live Crew album that's right behind you, sir. Yeah, that one. Can I see that?
Especially when you're a so-called conscious MC and you got the sticker.
Yeah,
it's like,
right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's kind of like, well, and then you didn't even curse that much.
Yeah, that's a
but
lot
you still got the sticker. It's still an
it,
E on the stream.
I feel that's just a
right.
ploy that they were using to try to deflate your sales, to like take the wind out of your wings and all that shit. Because, they know how influential this art form is, and they don't want to get it to their kids. So this sticker was like a ploy to stop that from happening, and it intrigued these motherfuckers. Oh, an explicit sticker! What the fuck is this?
Exactly.
Kind of like when we were kids and they told us, "Hey, don't watch these adult movies. They're not for you." And all of a sudden, we're like watching the first one we get. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the explicit sticker kind of worked in our favor to a degree, even though we thought it was fucked up, because people preferred the sticker. I would imagine that they sat on a lot of those clean versions.
That is true, because I think on this album we even put it in the art. Stupidly, we put it in the art on the original cover of this album, not the reissue.
Yeah,
we put the parental advisory sticker. What a label did. I was like, why'd you do that? He thought it was cool. See, so like that proves what you're saying.
It was trying to be professional.
Yeah, it's already there.
Now it's the badge of honor. It's like before it was like, oh man, that's fucked up, and it's like, oh hell yeah, it's got that sticker. I know that shit is some real shit right there.
Right.
Yeah.
So I was like listening, like, so to be conscious, like you can't curse. There's ways to curse and still be conscious, like a common sense. Sometimes might be like you a bitch or whatever, but he's super conscious.
Well, they use the word conscious to separate what kind of rap album you buying, but we all hood, man, and this is a fine line of how we approach our stories and telling what we do, what we're talking about. But so the conscious thing was just kind of branded. I don't even know who came up with that.
Right? Like,
because we telling our hood stories right from South Central, and we tell.
I mean, it started from back then. They used to call most Def conscious.
But a lot of our conscious artists hate that them using that. Cause
they don't like
with street reporters too.
But I don't mind if they use it. You know what I mean? But like, it's many dimensions.
I mean, to me, conscious rap means smart rap, like.
Like KRS-One doing Love's Gonna Get Ya, or a song where he's running through all the words and telling you.
90% of his catalog,
right?
Conscious rap.
I will say most of the conscious artists, so-called artists that I've worked with, they do a lot of reading. I noticed that always reading. That takes it to another level on what they rap.
Edutainment, or whatever you want to call it. But like he could still do criminal minded. You know what I mean? It's a lot of duality in this, but nah, I don't feel that way that like you can't curse. Like nah.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a choice. It's a choice, and if you're making that as the choice, it doesn't lessen the song at all. It just makes it easier to market. To be honest, when you're not using any of the saucy ass expletives. You know what I'm saying?
Easier to give it to the DJ and be like, yo, just play it. Yeah.
Well, the radio DJ for sure. I mean, the song, explicit or not, you can give it to any DJ. But if you're giving it to a radio DJ, less work for him or her, and it's just less work for you. You know, not everything needs to have the expletives. You know what I mean? So whether it's a conscious rap or a party fucking driven rap or whatever, it's just a choice we make when we're articulating whatever fucking thought we're trying to put out there. So I applaud you guys for that shit, because I mean it's that's an art within an art. Yeah.
It's a little more classier when you don't curse too. You know, you playing records, you don't want to hear you got a a brunch or something, you don't want to be hearing all this. What?
Yeah, just
I'm not even aware of how much I cursed until I'm printing out the lyrics.
Yeah.
Feel me?
Right.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh, okay. And then I'm like, okay, I went in right here. I'm like, I stacked them right here. It's the only place in the song that had them because I used it right. Like, when I'm like at the apex of making a point, you feel me? Where I really needed to reinforce that.
He may have a conscious rap, but he rapping it the same way he talk when he playing dominoes. Right there,
Right.
He got the same kind of way he throwing it out there. So you like, wait a minute, is he? Whoa.
But I am impressed at the ones that I still like a lot, where it's like, damn, I ain't even cursed. Especially when when he said, like, when it sounds aggressive, or I thought I would have cursed in that. I'm like, all right, your boy's pen game was on. You brought your pen to work that day.
That's always been, bro.
Yep. I mean, hey, it's the muscle you worked. You know what I mean? To be able to do this shit without it.
Yeah.
And that's amazing to me. You know what I mean?
Like Big Daddy Kane, he really never cursed a lot, but when he did curse, it was like shit.
I mean, look at
little thing.
Hey,
you'll be like,
Chuck D rarely cursed. You know, he had a couple here and there.
True.
Couple goddams, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, barely. Yeah, barely.
Barely.
Really, yeah.
I mean, KRS-One has cursed here and there.
Yeah.
But, I mean, most of the shit, when he's popping it off, there's not a lot of expletives.
No.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nah, he's not too crazy.
He's too,
You're right. It was NWA, dog.
You're right. They corrupted. Yeah.
They corrupted this whole shit.
They started it.
Changed the world. It's like no more Fresh Prince raps.
Well, yeah, because when you think about it, like, you listen to most of the old school hip hop shit from New York, like first generation, really there was not much cursing at all.
Happy rap.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, some of it, yeah. The message wasn't necessarily happy.
No, that's when it changed.
Yeah. But even in that one, he didn't really curse, right? He doesn't.
Which one?
The Message, Melly Mel, Grandmaster.
Oh yeah, there's no curse.
He said, the message. I think he only said pissing. People pissing on this is like they just don't like that.
Yeah.
Was
He
one
said,
of the
I think he said something like fag.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
just to be
He
a
said
fag
that,
guy.
yeah.
Yeah.
Those were the two aggressive words in his whole rap.
That was the first serious, song.
Yeah.
That
Everything.
made us go, well, we
Right.
can do that.
Everything was celebratory before that.
And it still stands that strong. Still the same
It's one
strong
of the
from back then. It's
greatest
still
ever.
even stronger right now.
And that's a story right there.
Still play it.
That's the joint.
Yeah, salute to Melly Mel, because that was one of the first serious hip hop stories right there.
Yeah, dude.
That actually had substance.
Yeah.
A story.
Hell yeah. Broken glass everywhere.
Everywhere.
People pissing in the station.
Making pause button tapes back then.
Man.
Making that stuff repeat.
Yeah.
And I mean, Cube definitely made some dope stuff.
He had some
as
good
a
stories.
solo artist.
Yeah, he
you
did.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He told some dope. I remember when I heard America's Most Wanted, I was like,
Man, right?
Yeah, he was on his
like,
story game.
what? Like,
Dude. What was the song? The song with Chuck, Endangered Species, where he talks about, so I dipped my ass in it for a minute. Man, like when he's talking about hiding in the
Laid
trash
back.
dumpster,
think about the payback.
Yeah, man. And then you hear, when I dropped my bottle, and just the sound effects. It really told like it was just his masterpiece of just storytelling.
My shit was jacking for beats, B.
Oh yeah, that was good.
That
too.
shit came on.
All that.
Hard.
He was super creative.
Yeah, he did that.
He was super creative.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't say I don't really feel like NWA, you know. Yeah, they definitely brought more of the gangster shit, but they still had some skills going on with that.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
Ren was
for sure.
bussin'.
Ren, dude.
Ren was bussin', and like, I don't know, I had homies that was on the villain. It was like the villain, like rap homies that like him the most.
Yeah, no, he had
We
bars.
used to debate like Cube or Ren, Cube or Ren.
Ren had some formidable bars, no doubt.
Yeah.
People sleep on him, but he had his bars were just as icy as Ice Cube's for sure.
I think "Quiet on the Set" is my favorite song on the Straight Outta Compton album, and that's all Ren for 3 verses and no cursing. Like I remember I used to play that on the radio like crazy because it was like a West Coast record I could play that didn't have curse, but just Ren is so dope and so underrated.
How about there was a song called "No Curses"?
Yep.
Right?
Oh, Heavy D
Heavy D.
Heavy
and the
D.
boys,
Oh,
yeah,
right.
don't curse.
Don't
Coogee
curse.
Yeah, Coogee Rap, Q-Tip,
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Pete Rock.
I remember.
I was
Pete
like,
Rock, yep.
yeah, I would not have made that cut. I was too angry. You know what I'm saying? Too angry. Had to drop a fuck bomb every now and then. You know what I'm saying?
But you know, like now, like me personally, like as a parent, also, you know, you don't want to play your own records sometimes. You know, like
Oh yeah.
Funny how that changes as you get older, right? Like,
So you regret some of them bars, do you now?
I mean, I don't regret it because that was the time that happened. You know,
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
It's
Right.
we in a different time now. Where,
yeah.
Our songs have become time capsules for us.
yeah.
The
Yeah.
people we were at the time when we dropped them. And you know, hopefully you're evolving every time.
A different time and space, for sure.
For sure. Oh man. Yeah, I hear you, Les.
Like I'm not gonna
Totally
play
hear
it for in the car when I got my daughter. I want to fuck, drink beer, and smoke some shit. Fuck, drink beer. You know. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna be playing that shit. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
you
Like,
can't play that in the car with your daughter, man.
Nah.
Oh man.
This is Daddy made this when he was like 20.
yeah,
Check
that's
this
all
out.
good. She could find that out. You know,
Later.
when it's
Later.
time.
We
Yeah.
Yeah.
mature enough to understand.
My
Yeah.
older kids, they know. They love, you know, whatever. It is what it is.
Yeah, I could see myself playing my daughter, or I remember that freak bitch.
Oh,
No,
yeah,
no.
dude. No.
can't do it.
No.
She'll have to find that later on in life when she's old enough, you know. And
You know, we have records. we have records like "Give Me the Ass."
well, that like I don't have too many of those kind of songs. Maybe 2 in the pantheon of songs that I've made are that, but because I was never really on that tip. But like, yeah, those are the 2 songs I'd be like, nope, don't listen to these.
Yeah.
It's all Eazy-E's fault.
All right. Rest in peace.
Bringing it full circle again to Easy.
For me, it's kind of like
You made
maybe the
something.
weed ones, right? The few little weed. I got one like hella weed song called "Nut Fire," and I don't know. Even though it's like I know she know I smoke or whatever, but it's just like, am I just like saying, yeah, okay, cool, light up, you know what I mean? Right. And then maybe ones where I like, you know, you make those post breakup,
Oh, right.
you know, with baby mama type.
Oh,
Yeah.
references or
Yeah.
or whatever her songs are, you know, like I done heard Big Boy throughout his career, you know, say a lot of stuff, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like and so
Pissed off.
maybe those I don't really want to play for, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you know they're gonna hear them and just have to process it in their own way. Cause the truth is, whenever I do listen in on what her and her friends are listening to, it's like 1,000 times worse than that.
Right?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Like,
That is
So-
the thing. We're over here being fucking light-handed, and they're listening to shit that
There's-
we'd be like, whoa.
There's no escape.
Dude.
from-
That's the real shit. We kid ourselves because guess what? Our parents didn't know we were listening to the shit we were listening to. When they found out, in most cases, if you left the shit hanging out and they found it, they were throwing that music the fuck out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we'd probably be doing the same and with one of these, like, you know, like, I can't believe you're listening to this shit. Some Sexy Red shit. Oh, man. I mean, it would be fucking your head up to know your daughter was listening to Sexy Red because her shit is mad fucked up.
Mad sexy.
I don't know how sexy it is. It's mad fucked up. I mean, hey, she's doing her thing. You know, I don't want to be hating, but like some of the shit she says, I mean, it's way worse than anything we were saying when we might have been, you know, busting out these lyrics that aren't,
But you know what?
that we're not so proud of and shit.
Like me, I give them the pass. That's what you do when you in your 20s. You live it, man, live it. Yeah, when you get to my age, then you gonna hear that shit back, and you gonna be like, "Oh shit, I was wild."
Yeah. As a parent, though, we're trying to be protective. You know, some of our parents were trying to be protective. Some of them didn't know how to be, and some of them weren't at all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But some of us that, you know, grew up in this genre, we came from those crazy ass places, and we know what they are. So we're definitely on it, like, to protect our kids from these certain fucking things. So it's really like, you know, trying to be firm, but at the same time open and all that shit, and knowing what's out there. And even though we know what's out there, there's like the shit that's out there, even like worse than anything we listen to, is what they're fucking with when they're out of the house.
Yeah, they listen to it
on their phone.
Yeah, and
when you not
earplugs.
You know, because you can't monitor every single thing.
And you don't know that till you know that. That's the fucking crazy part, is that you don't know that till you know that.
Till you know that.
I found out when my granddaughters were controlling the car radio with their phone and they were playing. I'm like, oh my God.
Right?
Well, look, my daughter and them had their homecoming party, and they showed me the list of what, you know, I helped do the sound and my boy DJ, and they gave us the list of what they wanted to play.
Oh, man.
Every single song is just like, every single song is something a dad don't want.
Right.
Yeah. It's Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion,
Every single
Doja,
one.
You were like,
Sexy Red.
I went through there trying to find ones that I could star, right? And I told her, because it was like at a parent's backyard. So I'm like, the other parents can't be cool with this.
Right.
Are they?
Man.
Right.
It's like you helped them bring it.
And so I told her, okay, I starred them. Like, I found some playable ones, like Wale, or you know what I mean? Yeah. Some of those guys got some playable ones where I'm like, all right, you know, I'll beat the up. I'm like, all right, I'll play that. You know what I mean? But then they was like, oh, no, hell no, he can't do that. We get another DJ. Like, no. They shut it down. So it was like, if I don't play this, and I wanted to, you know, be able to kind of chaperone, at least keep an eye on them.
Right.
You know what I mean? And like see what was going on, which we saw some salacious things, as you would at a teenager's party.
Yeah.
Right. So you'd rather kind of be around, and I wasn't like hawking, but it was like, okay.
Supervising.
But, you know, I was happy to see that her and her friends really wasn't on that. They was more the ones kind of throwing the party, and she was like behind the, you know, selling the chips. So I'm like, all right, Bert, you heard from Pops. I'm like, yeah, you your daddy's child.
Yeah.
But man, yeah, that playlist was cold. And me and my boy there all night just like, really? And they had a young kid come in, I think Radio Bass or something like that is his name. But he was real professional. He did his thing, even though all the girls was all on him. He was real professional. You
That's
know
right.
I mean? Did his thing. So, I mean, I was like, okay, there's some hope.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
You know, you can't just hover like that. You can't be that helicopter parent.
There's got to be a little bit of trust.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Or else you're going to drive yourself crazy.
Oh, yeah. Imagine that back in the time when we was young bucks coming up into this shit, that the most aggressive shit was like Luke Skywalker in the 2 Live Crew, whatever.
Oh, man.
Uncle Luke and the 2 Live Crew. And it was just one group that was really doing it like that heavy. Like in terms of the sexual shit. Yeah. In terms of the sexual shit, in terms of just like cursing period, that was obviously NWA and the Ghetto Boys eventually, but and Too Short, excuse me. But for the sexual shit, there was only really 2 Live Crew. Now, these days, there are like 1,000 2 Live Crews talking way crazier shit than they were.
Oh man,
all the genres of rap.
Yeah, it's crazy. But hey, hip hop's got many faces. You know what I mean?
It's true.
And you just gotta, choose the ones you like.
Yeah,
support the ones you like, and just try to let the other ones roll off. You know what I'm saying?
That's where I'm at with it. I don't put down the youngsters or nobody for what they own. It's like it's plenty of appreciators and supporters of all the different lanes that go around. So you just find your audience.
Yeah.
Like we always had to do from the gate, was find our own audience.
Yep.
Yeah. I feel like you got to be accepting of every part of it. As long as the artists that you're accepting are doing it on the level that is like, like real artistry, because there's a lot of half-ass motherfuckers out there that are just doing it to be famous, and they're not really doing it to be good at it. And, to me, those I'd rather not fuck with at all. But I like fucking with everything, just because there's great artists in every face of hip-hop. It's just that there's so many that drop in comparison than to what used to drop on a Tuesday. Now it's Tuesday and a Friday, and now it's every day that a new artist drops. Some of it's great, and a lot of it is bullshit. So you got to weed through it. But I mean, I guess that's been, the deal since day one. There's always been great shit and bullshit.
Yep.
And I guess that's subjective onto what you think is great and what you think is trash.
Yeah.
Word up. Did you know it's National Strawberries and Cream Day? You know what I'm saying? If you like the cream, go dip your strawberries, B, for your stoners out there.
Yeah.
This is a good deal. A lot of sugar, but
that's good.
Delightful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Strawberries are rad.
Bring it.
Word. And did you know it's also National Wait Staff Day? I don't know what the fuck that is, how it becomes.
Oh, salute.
The waiters, okay.
Yeah, wait staff.
Wait staff. They deserve a day. They works hard. They got to deal with a lot of shitty attitudes.
Yeah.
Always tip your waiter.
Always tip the waiter. Just always be skeptical of the one that tries to show out. Like he or she's not writing anything down.
Oh, yeah. I can see that.
Especially at a big party. They're trying to stunt and show you, I can remember everything. And then someone gets traced. And what that means is that somebody doesn't get their goddamn plate because he or she forgot.
Where my french fries?
Always make sure they're writing it down. Did you know it's National American Red Cross Day?
Salute.
Salute.
Yes, sir.
Yes, indeed. And did you know it is the birthday of the late, great Ron Isley?
Yeah.
Oh, no, he's still with us. Sorry.
He's here.
The great Ron Isley.
Yes.
It was his brother that passed away. That's right.
Yeah, so I saw the Isley Brothers last year, and he still sounds amazing, dude. We just celebrated it at Motown on Monday, this past Monday. So
he takes care of his instrument,
dude, and it's still one of the best shows you're ever gonna see. Like he does this thing where he's like talking to the crowd, and without looking back, someone just comes and scoops a chair right under him, and he just sits back without ever looking back to reassure. And he just.
Oh, he's the boss. He got that shit down.
I was like, this is some of the most boss shit I've ever seen in my life. And salute Ernie Isley as well, one of the most underrated guitar players of all time.
He got that icy cold high falsetto.
Still.
Yeah,
man, he's dope.
Yeah, no one got it quite like him. Him and Al Green.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Did you know it is the birthday of Mr. T, born on this day in 1952?
I pity the fool.
Yeah.
Hanging in there.
What's crazy is in TV angles, they tried to make him look giant. And he did to us. As we were kids, he looked like a giant.
Yeah.
Dude. I mean, he made the truck jewelry
Yeah.
fashion, like all that on them chains, like
Yeah, it was him before anybody in hip hop, right?
Yeah.
Him and
First.
Slick, and then Slick Rick.
Yeah. And dude, remember first time seeing
Look
him
at that.
on what was it, Rocky 3, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, Rocky 3, dude.
got him started.
That was a good character from Mr. T to be running right there. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
The really cool dude too.
He started rocking those chains
Yeah.
because he did security at a club, and when people would fight, their chains would fall off, and then they would get thrown out. So then he would just wear it around his neck, and like the next week they'll come claim it.
Ah.
And so some people wouldn't come back because I was like the only time coming. So eventually started having more and more chains and more.
It was a collection of his chains,
And
huh?
it just became a thing.
Nice.
I know a lot of fun Mr. T facts because they call me B.A. Baracus.
B.A. Baracus. That's right.
Was Mr. T like very popular in the hip hop world?
hell
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
he got referenced
Yeah.
for sure.
Like I said, I had a whole persona. Me and AC alone had a group where he was AC the Face Man and I was A.B. Baracus. So I would say,
AT.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he would get referenced as B.A. Baracus, Clubber Lang, and Mr. T.
Yeah,
all that gold. Mr. T was hip hop.
The Mohawk.
The Mohawk.
The whole deal.
Dude.
And he could whoop your ass.
What was the home video he had that was like for kids, but he was like Mother's Day song and stuff?
Man, he had a cartoon.
How about the first time anyone sees him, it's on, I think, ABC or NBC, and it's a competition of the guys that were the bouncers at the bar,
Oh wow.
like being able to throw a motherfucker out.
Yep.
Oh,
He
wow.
won.
Damn.
Yeah.
And he played football a little bit too.
Yeah.
He was in like some pro camps.
Yeah,
and,
Mr.
like,
T
got
was no
hurt.
joke. Yeah. Did you know? On this day in 1971, Marvin Gaye released What's Going On.
Man. Believe it or not, Barry Gordy did not want to put this album out.
he was
Yeah.
trying to change up the game.
Yeah, he was like, people aren't going to listen. They wanted love stuff. And he was like, Marvin Gaye was like, give me the shot. So he reluctantly gave him the shot. And then they all won big.
Yep.
One might consider this one of the first socially conscious albums.
Yeah,
Him
because then after that, the Temptations start talking
Him
about.
and Curtis Mayfield was kind of on the same level.
Yep.
Kind of coming out at the same time.
Yeah, because they were both in like.
Beginning of the conscious shit.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Was they from the hood too?
That's right.
Yep.
Did you know? On this day in 1972, the notorious B.I.G. was born. Happy birthday and rest in peace.
Damn, dude. It's been, what, 34 years?
Say,
Damn.
What a loss. Did you know? On this day in 1974, Havoc of Mobb Deep was born. Happy birthday, Hav.
salute.
Illest beats. Some of the illest beats.
My dude right there.
Yeah.
New Mobb Deep album is slapping.
It is.
Noid,
It
what up?
is.
Big Noid, what up? LES.
It is. That new Mobb Deep album had that slap to it. boy.
Ooh, it's just so hard, too. It's like everything you want in a Mobb Deep album. It's really good.
Yeah, there's no fast forwards there.
Nope.
Only rewinds. Did you know? On this day in 2015, Lewis Johnson of the Brothers Johnson passed away. Rest in peace to a legend.
Hey, one of the most key factors in Quincy Jones's funk discography, like Off the Wall, you know, like, man, his own stuff with the dude. Yeah, he is one of the best bass players you've ever heard in your life. Pocket is amazing.
He got mad catalog, B.
Yeah, listen to their cover of Strawberry Letter 23. It's one of the best.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that Right on Time album is amazing.
It's all right on time. And did you know? The Dr. Greenthumb podcast is in the top 50 listened to podcasts on Apple Music. All right, so get down with the get down.
Out of 2 billion?
Something. I don't know, some crazy ass number. Make sure you leave a comment, review, and all that. Fuck with your boys, all right? Let other people know. Propel us to number 1, if you will. Thank you so much to everybody who gets down with us in podcast form. You can also get down with us right here on this live stream, because this is what we do. Live show Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We've so used to the 2 o'clock slot. I keep fucking referencing it. But get down with us, all right? And smash that like right now. All right, don't do it later because we know you're stoners. You're gonna forget. You just smash the like right over here.
It's free.
All right,
It's free.
It's free. Subscribe to the channel. Share this show out. Crack the all notification bell so you can get down with us when we drop something. All right, we're in here with my bros, Fat Jack and Abstract Rude.
Yes, sir.
Dropping gems on y'all today. All right. Some real talk. And we're about to open up the doors to the Insane Asylum. That means y'all in the live chat, if you got a comment, question, shout out, suggestion, we are here for it.
Welcome to the Insane Asylum.
Yo, let's do this. We got let's see, Zach in here asking, or he's just saying, Project Blowed, what's the code? Saying, yo, it's my birthday today. Shout out to you guys.
Happy birthday.
What's good, Zach? Project Blow. The code is 726-4-12965, by the way. But you knew that, Zach.
Zach knew that.
Milan is saying, yo, there's old clips of Tupac and Snoop Dogg talking between takes. They show the difference, and it's impressive that the guys from the ghetto speaking with more depth, vocabulary, and wisdom than many PhDs today.
Word.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not surprised, man. That's Calvin Broadus and Tupac Shakur.
You guys got much music from the 90s and 2000s that you guys didn't release?
Yes. Fat Jack got a bunch of stuff on ADAT somewhere hidden away.
We got 2-inch reels in ADATs and
Real.
hundreds of DATs of things that can possibly come out. And I've been releasing stuff here and there, but from years. You're talking about 30 years of recording.
He's got a late great Prince level of a vault.
It's got
of
the
things over there.
Nice.
vault action.
Bring it.
White in here is asking, yo, have you guys ever worked with Ross G? And do you guys have any stories?
Well, when he was younger, he used to come sit up in the studio when I was making beats, and him and his crew used to come sit up and just watch and smoke with us. And then as he got older, he started building his own little setup, and then he made a name for himself, how everybody knows him, and getting, doing his dope shit,
Yeah. Ross G forever, man. He's one of the illest on beats.
Ashe.
Chop in here saying, yo, when my son was young, he asked if he could say the F word. I told him he could, but there's a time and place, like not in front of grandma.
Yeah. I think that's everybody's standard rule now.
Yeah.
You could curse, just don't curse in front of your grandparents.
Yeah. And depending how you use it as well.
And the first word they hear is fuck.
Yeah.
Shit. You brought it up earlier, but I really miss when DJs used to cut over like dirty lyrics.
Oh,
I
yeah.
hate nowadays when they just like chop out part of the song. It seems like half the song is just missing.
Yeah, just cut over the lyrics
Yeah,
or something.
But it must just because no one has DJs anymore.
I used to put animal sounds when there's a curse.
Like,
you know.
What was the
I
one?
remember those two.
You used the donkey, right?
Donkey, horses, whatever.
Yeah, man. Primo was the best for doing any Gangstar or any song he produced. He always did cuts over the curse words. So
And that started because we used to hate that noise, that
beep, yeah.
Yeah.
like that shit fucks the whole
The
record.
backwards thing was all right, but
I hated that shit too.
Because it kind of took away from the rhythm of the song. Because it would go, and then like it just felt like it cracked back in, and then you're just like, oh, okay.
but it did make motherfuckers want to go and spin the record backwards to see what you said.
Absolutely. I did.
Some people started having some super creative ones though, like Missy and Ludacris. They actually had sounds like I'm hearing on this show right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
ODB
Yeah.
did that too. All right.
Medicine's asking, has Abstract or Fat Jack ever experienced anything paranormal?
Yes. Our studio in the east side was a known crack house back in the 80s that the battle ram went through. And I hear a lot of people died in that house, dudes sitting up, bass heads and stuff. So when we used to be in there with the candles burning and doing music late night, sometimes we always felt it was spirits in the room, sitting in the room, listening to the music, watching us. And we just ignored them.
Oh, you was right.
Yeah.
It was in there.
And
Sure.
we was on some heavy alien shit back then.
Have you ever seen any crazy shit like with UFOs or anything like that?
When I was in reggae on the river, I did laying up watching the stars.
Yeah.
Out there every year back in the day.
You was smoking too?
Wow, big time. It was crazy up there.
Connected.
In Humboldt.
Wet every year. Yeah. Back before it became corporate.
Yeah. Yeah. How about you? You have any paranormal experiences?
I mean, I done definitely felt,
Energy?
like energy leaving, you know what I mean? And finding out that people passed away and different things like that are just like ones that's close to me, just still speaking to me, and like motivating me in those tough times like that. Like grandmother, uncle, who I was close to mainly.
Hearing their voices.
You know how it be where you like you draw off that sometimes and you command that.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's kind of like shocking how real that can feel.
Yeah.
Like,
Absolutely.
which is just like calling on your ancestors, really.
Yeah.
To bless you and guide you and like strengthen you and all that.
Yeah. Because they're always rolling with you, clearing the path. And sometimes, putting mischief in the way of it, just to test your resolve.
Yeah. Which way you gonna
That's
go.
the crazy shit. But
Right.
people don't know that, though.
No.
They don't know that they're rolling with this force that rolls with them throughout their life, either clearing or putting the obstacles up. Just depends.
Exactly.
All right.
You corny in here saying salute to AB. It was a blessing to have him on this track with Infinite Wisdom crew. Any new music from the A Team or Haiku d'Etat coming soon?
Hey, shout out to Infinite Wisdom. Man, A-Team and Haiku d'Etat, those are my brothers, AC Alone and Micah 9 from Freestyle Fellowship, as y'all know. And we did a couple of records together under the group name Haiku d'Etat. And so, yeah, I'm hopeful. I know I'm down, right?
There's talks of it, but it has
Like everybody's doing their thing, and the older you get, the busier you get with things. But you hearing me right here say I'm down to always get it popping.
We're manifested right now. That's
Yes,
just going
sir.
to happen.
Yes, sir.
Let's see here. Nasen here is saying not a cuss word on Coolio's Gangster Paradise to tribute to Stevie Wonder.
True that.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a few songs that actually, more than a few that are.
Well, he's specifically saying Gangster's Paradise by Coolio.
Yeah, it's a
I
good
never
one.
really thought about it.
Yeah.
I didn't pay attention to it. But, yeah, I guess in retrospect,
I mean,
recalling the song, yeah, he got no curses in it.
Also, you got to think, you got to play this record for Stevie Wonder. He has to.
He
has
requested
to,
that.
He has to. Yeah, exactly. He has to like this.
Yes.
To clear it first.
Yes.
If he don't like what, or he'll be like, nah, man, don't use my shit.
It was a positive song, and he didn't use any expletives.
Yeah.
And it was a good song. I mean, LV sung the shit out of that chorus.
Yeah, Michael Jackson authorized Nas to use a sample, but he couldn't curse. Yeah,
Right?
Yeah.
that one.
Human Nature.
Human Nature.
Yeah.
And then just recently, I heard Kendrick when he got permission for the Luther thing,
Oh, right on.
that his people
We were wondering.
put that on mute. That's what
I was like, where is that?
But when he got permission for the Luther thing, I heard him saying that his people was like not to curse.
Yeah.
And so if you listen to that, it don't have no curses on it. Yeah, he said it like I heard him say
Step
it
up
when
to
he
the-
won the award.
Yeah.
You step up to the challenge. If you really want that song, step up to the fucking challenge, right? I would have been, I would. See, these days I could step up and do it without the curses. Back in the early 90s, no way. I was too angry not to curse.
Back in the day, some people, no matter what you did, they wouldn't clear your sample.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, that they just didn't want it affiliated with.
There
And you know what? They lost out because all the artists that did allow the samples saw back catalog sales because people were wanting to discover where those samples came from, what the original artist did, and then they ended up falling in love with that particular artist James Brown got that. Parliament Funkadelic, George Clinton, they got that. And all the ones that were accepting of it, they saw that part happen for them. And the ones that just were like too good to have be affiliated with a hip hop song, they didn't see none of that. They, cut their revenue just to zero.
Oh man, our homie Carlos Nino spent he resurrected a bunch of people's careers kind of like on that tip.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Bringing out cats that we have been liking to sample, your Gil Scotts and all those dudes that he was bringing out. So yeah, I feel you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, the ones that they probably even got to start touring
Right.
again,
Playing songs again.
festivals and all kind of stuff based off.
Getting everybody that we were
That hip-hop.
sampling, if they were still alive, he was reaching out to them.
Yeah, they didn't appreciate the exposure that their music was getting through this whole other genre.
Right.
And the ones that got it, they benefited from it, whether whether they knew they were going to or not.
I remember.
Right. And the other ones, they just cut themselves off at the ankles, not even at the knees. You know what I'm saying? What were we gonna say, Les?
I was gonna say I remember when Rick James was talking about he didn't like hip hop.
Yep,
He
absolutely.
wasn't down with that shit, but he was like, after I got that Hammer money, he was like, I love hip hop.
Totally appreciated it.
Like,
Dude, I just had that in my mind right now. That's crazy that you. Yeah, dude, that's
that's
Well,
facts.
because he was one of the biggest that did not respect hip hop. He did not like it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And a lot of artists in that time didn't. They didn't respect it because why does it sound like mine? They can't be original. All this other shit. But they didn't realize that the guys that were creating this were definitely creative, and they were creating this one genre out of everything. Out of every genre, this genre was created.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Whether it's classic, whether it's
Rock.
whether it's soul, whether it's jazz, whether it's whatever.
Salsa.
And they didn't understand the strength of that. And now they most definitely do. They like some of these groups hope to get sampled. Shit. I remember when we fucking sampled on our Rise Up album, we had this dude, is it Jack Johnson or Jim Johnson out of Miami. He's a producer out there. He's a really dope producer. And he produced this song for us called Armada Latina, right? And it's a Crosby, Stills and Nash, Judy Blue Eyes sample.
nice.
Now, when he sampled that, I was like, wow, that's dope. I could hear it. And we recorded to it. We did the whole bit, right? We had Mark Anthony and Pitbull on it. But in the end, I was like, well, how are we going to clear this? These guys, they're from that time where these motherfuckers don't want anyone touching their music. How are we going to clear it? Well, we'll just, try and talk with Steve Nash because he's the one who, he wrote the song. All right. And, turns out that he had been waiting for some hip hop producer to sample the song to see what they would do with it. He was so psyched about it.
Wow.
And that it was us because he had heard of us through all the weed stuff and all that shit.
Nice.
And he was like, yeah, man, I've been waiting for someone. And then you guys used it. I had to come be down in the video. Like he came and got in the video with us. And we were like, wow, like if they could all be open-minded like him. Because Judy Blue Eyes, that's a song that lives forever. It's one of those transcending songs. Doesn't matter the time it was made in. Gets played today on rotation on a lot of those classic stations. It's a big song for them. We introduced a different ears to this song, and they appreciated that because now they had a bunch of young people going back checking that sample if they didn't know it already. And he appreciated that type of shit. And I'm like, why couldn't they all be like you, man? I mean, because there's been plenty of great samples that did not get a release for because the fucking artists were dickheads. They wanted all your publishing to allow the song, or they just didn't want to be attached to it.
That happened with Slip, but the Meters.
Yeah.
That was so,
How many great? Yeah, this is Jim right here, Jim Johnson. I wonder how many songs are in the vault like that, just stuck because the people would not get down with the sample. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
It's got to be a million, at least a million.
Yeah, we had one. We tried to sample Alice Coltrane, and she just wasn't with it.
Like, song too.
Wow.
Like they weren't with it. That was a while ago though. So it was like 94, something like that. It was a song on our demo that we had done, and everybody liked it. And then we sampled Isaac Hayes, and they were like 75% of they like. I think the laws have changed over time where right, it's more of a set.
I mean, that's
they have to be fair about it.
Right.
That's like part of the reason why people started playing stuff.
You know,
and dealing with that.
If the record companies or if the person at the record company had known, you know, the benefit that it would have to the artist being sampled, and they knew how to break that down and show the analytics of what it does for an artist that allows the sample and the probability of back catalog sales, they'd be more open to do it. You know what I mean? Most especially if everybody could hear that song's a hit. But, you know, if you could show them that, they might be more open to do it rather than, because a lot of them back in the day, they're like, well, what am I getting out of this? I want all the publishing if I'm going to allow that.
Good point.
You know what I mean? It's crazy. Now you can break it down. You can actually break it down and show them like, hey, look, in the history of this artist was sampled X amount of times, and so was this one. And when you look at the back catalogs of all the songs that the back catalog sales after this sample was used from them, you could see that them being a part of this song, even if it was indirect, helped drive sales towards this specific album where the sample came from. You could break that down now when you're pitching for sample clearance. I don't know if they do, but they should, because then you could see in real time, like, okay, the potential of me to make money off this beyond taking publishing is this. It's going to bring me more royalties and publishing, and I might be able to go back and do some shows based off this.
Bring it.
And those old R&B labels, they didn't have enough street people in there to tell the minds, you know, that's controlling everything, to break it down like that.
Yeah. Now you got the analytics for it, and you could totally break it down. And if you don't, you're tripping.
Me and Fat are like that cat, though. We're like waiting for somebody to sample one of these songs. Rage Against the Machine actually redid Pistol Grip Pump. By Volume 10. And it was actually a really good thing for him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that
helped him out a lot when they did that. And they like paid homage. And of course, you know, Rage are like, like tight. Like I couldn't even believe it. So yeah, if somebody wants to, especially one of those ones that where it's like he more played everything or whatever, somebody big, come sample one of them. Like we had it for, 25, 30 years. Somebody come sample it.
I mean, it's coming upon
the bag. We'll let you use it.
It's coming upon the time where our perspective music gets sampled too. And we got to be willing and open for that, as opposed to shutting them down like they did us.
Yeah, that's a hard thing though, right? Like, cause
depends. If it's good, you're like, yeah, go ahead. If it sucks, you might be like, oh, hell no.
Everybody used to do everybody's songs though, so I don't really get what their apprehension was. Other than that, they didn't want to be associated, because you had Gladys Knight and the Pips and Marvin Gaye both had I Heard It Through the Grapevine out at the same time on the same label.
Yeah, it was originally for Marvin Gaye, and Berry Gordy shut it down, and they gave it to Gladys Knight. They gave it to a bunch of people on Motown. Gladys Knight had the hit with it. Then they gave it to Marvin Gaye, and he had a bigger hit with it. You know what I mean? But it wasn't until Gladys Knight got the hit where Berry Gordy says, all right, go ahead and send it through. Let's see what happens. But that's the crazy shit, because the Motown artists, I mean, they used to run each other's songs left and right.
Yeah.
They'd re-record the song, they'd play it. It just, people were more okay with, oh, I'm going to play your song tonight.
Yeah, we know Elvis sang a bunch of people's songs.
A bunch of motherfuckers.
I mean, it was a thing though, right? We're just like playing songs. Like I saw when Beyonce sang "At Last" at the inauguration of Obama, and Etta James at the time got mad. Like, why is she up there singing my song?
It should be me.
And then somebody did some digging and found out that it was a song by this other white dude in like the 40s.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
So it was actually his song at first. It's like, who you get mad at?
Yeah, why you get mad? Is he rolling in his grave? Because that's the only one, you know what I mean?
That's just the business.
So her song is basically the cover.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Mm-hmm, the original cover.
Wow.
But there's a lot of songs like that. You just don't know that. Because, you know, that information isn't necessarily given to us off top.
But she can own her intonation of the melody of it.
Yeah.
Because she sang it in that Take It to Church way. You know, he's like, at last, like, you know what I mean?
More standard.
Yeah.
Standard.
Like, you know, like how old boy would do it, or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Blue eyes.
It's like the old school Frank Sinatra when he was with big bands before he becomes the standard king.
He sang it like that. So she came in, you know, at last, like took it to church, you know?
Yeah.
So I guess that's what she was more saying, like she's singing it my way.
She gave it a different life.
Ah, okay, I get it. So
Yeah.
she was expecting Beyonce to kind of do her own way.
Yeah,
and that moment she's saying, it's mine forever. Nobody else could ever do it because she old school like that.
Aretha Franklin,
Yeah.
Aretha Franklin was the same way. She didn't really like the young girls trying to do her stuff.
Yeah, you know, that's just her being old school. You know?
Hell yeah.
But I mean, once upon a time, they were the young ones, and they did that same shit. They went and took someone's song that they were inspired by and sung it different, but they sung it.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of weird when you know, as artists, we get older and we're like trying to stop motherfuckers from doing the shit that we were asking permission for. You know what I'm saying? And then we were salty because they wouldn't let us do it.
Yeah.
I mean, we're just perpetuating the cycle when we do that. That's why I try to be more open about shit, so that we're not shutting the doors on motherfuckers. You know
Sample
what
my shit, please.
I mean? By all means.
That's the theme of this whole shit. That's one of the themes. Sample us.
Yeah, you know.
Get ready.
Yeah, sample us. All right, next one.
I was going to say, here's a little list of the most sampled people by rappers.
James Brown for sure. The Winstons, Lynn Collins. Yeah. Dude, the Chuck D acapella of Bring the Noise that has been sampled so much.
Well, you know, this list is a little skewed because I would imagine there's other samples that have been sampled more than Run DMC and Big and all those. Those are like modern day shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, there we go.
Yeah, the same. Like,
Damn.
Run DMC, you got to remember like that. Oh, yeah. Like that's
Traditional folk. All right.
Collins.
Lynn Collins, dude.
Run DMC, huh?
You got Michael Jackson.
Beside.
Biggie, his vocals, like Cool in the Game. Oh my God, Jungle Boogie or
Summertime.
yeah, that Jay-Z. Look at that. Or, of course, Rakim.
It's crazy that it's hip hop records with the most samples.
One of
on
those
them.
times Nas was sampled was by Jay-Z, who's just above him. That's kind of
Right, his first song out. Remember? NWA, Bob James. Jesus, I would think more though.
How many times did each person on this list sample the person above them?
Yeah.
Right. Dude,
that part.
That's the real game.
That's the real list.
Isaac Hayes.
Isaac Hayes, huh?
Beatles.
Yeah, when you think about it, they haven't been sampled that much.
Who, the Beatles?
No one wants to get fucking sued by
Dang,
them.
this
Yeah, they
Them
don't
out.
clear. They don't clear a lot of samples.
Their shit.
Marvin Gaye. Look at that. Damn, Big Daddy Kane.
Big Daddy Kane.
Mobb Deep. Tribe Called Quest. Damn, that's dope. The Ice Cube. That's
Yeah.
wow.
It's a lot.
Proud of that.
Yeah, right. Here I am.
Yeah, I didn't see old boy at the top of any of that list right there. You know what I'm saying? Where you at, though?
Where you at though?
All right, next one.
Mike in here's asking, Abstract, how was it working with AC alone? Any cool stories?
Oh man, the first time that we got to work was at Fat Jack's house, and he came through and we decided to start writing a song. And we would just hook up and we were trying to write it like back and forth. So we would probably only get 8 bars done in between blunts and freestyling in between, and him playing other beats in between. We're like, man, play that beat. Yeah. He got tired of playing the same beat over and over again for an hour. We'd have to be like, play it again, man. We trying to write. So then we would just come back, and that took a long time, huh? Like 3 months. The song ended up being called Masquerade.
Project.
But we wrote that, and then we actually threw this the first part onto it, because we was like, we need to make it 2 parts, because the part we wrote was kind of slow. And we was like, we need a faster part. And you just did whatever back then. It don't matter. Different tempos. It'll slow down. Yeah, it'll work. Like, we didn't know how it would sound. We didn't even care. Yeah, we took 2 of his beats, strung them both together. We wrote the first part relatively fast. So then that showed me, oh, we can work fast. But just the attention to detail that he had, and all that he brought over from writing and working with the fellowship. And they had an OG group called the MC Aces. And getting just to hear all of the stories, you know, about all of them. And we were real nosy. We would ask them a lot of stuff, you know, like Kobe bugging Jordan, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I was asking them about all this stuff on the tapes that I had heard, and names and, you know, things I was curious about. And lyrics, I would try to quote lyrics, and you know, you think you know something, but no one knows all the fellowship. You could never quote a fellowship thing verbatim, but he can. Like, he knows every single word that's being said by everybody. And I'd be like, I would brag like, because Fat Jack knows all the lyrics, but just by cadence. You know, he don't know the words.
Right.
Yeah. And I'm like, I know them all, but really I knew the cadences too. And I'm like going through certain parts, and he like, what'd you say? He's like, that's not what he said. I'm like, well, what he said? And just, if you could hear the eloquence of the actual lyric, it's like makes it 10 times doper than like how we heard it.
Than how you thought, right?
So I knew right from the gate that writing with this dude was going to be fun and going to be something that like stretched my mind the way that I like to push myself, you know, to do things.
He was older than you, so you grew.
Yeah, he was like OG status already.
He was fascinated with his inquisitive
They were
mind.
coming off like they had been signed, and they kind of briefly disbanded. Micah was in New York, had got a solo deal doing his thing, but AC was still coming to the good life. So I was like one of the kids that Volume 10 and CVE, and then later him, embraced when they heard the demos that I was making with him, with Fat Jack. Because that's how it was back then. You had like, everybody had their clique and had their producer. So like Unity Committee, which was Cut Chemist, and Charlie Tuna, and Mark 7, and Volume 10 early on was with them, but then he broke off doing his solo thing. But Cut Chemist was their producer. And Rebels of Rhythm later came in with them, but they more had a 2-man thing, Da Soup and Akil. They came in doing their own, you know, thing that they do, more the old school thing. But Unity Committee had crazy other type routines. It wasn't like a fellowship, but it was definitely like crazy back and forth. Like, they were unique. They were right up there in our eyes of like the fellowship, you know. So when they all hooked up, that was crazy. And then it was a couple other people that had producers. Bird was in there at the time.
Western Hemisphere.
Yeah, with Western Hemisphere. JMD had, you know, and the Earthquake Brothers. So you had Ola Rock, you know, Matt Maddox and Kilo, and them were in there with JMD doing stuff for them. But it was just like crazy.
It was just a handful
to finally get to work with somebody from that, you know. It was just like, yeah, surreal and dope.
That's what's up.
Yo, B, Mambo number 5 had a Insane in the Brain sample.
Did it?
That's what I'm reading.
I guess.
That's pretty cool.
Wow.
Hey,
maybe.
I always thought that song was before you guys, but no, it's not.
No.
A lot.
It's a popular song.
Almost.
Oh, it is. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hash Cushion here saying, "Yo, B, who you guys, or everybody at the table, who you got winning the NBA championship?"
Go Knicks. I'm a Lakers fan, but go Knicks.
I would. You know what? I'm not mad if the Knicks won. You know, it's been about time.
Yeah, it's been way
like
long.
72 or something like that.
Yeah, 72.
Damn, for real?
And like San Antonio got a bunch of them. OKC won. Do they really even deserve another? We'll see. They can't really stay healthy.
Yeah.
So then it almost seems like a war of attrition, like who's going to be the healthiest at the end. And right now, it feels kind of like OKC, the Knicks, and I don't know. It could go either way.
It could go either way with the Spurs and OKC.
Yeah.
But they still got to play the games. The Knicks still got to finish their business.
They got a good start. They almost let one go, but they, rallied back and snatched the taste of victory from the Cavaliers.
Because Cleveland this year may not be for you.
Yeah, exactly.
It's sports.
All right.
The Great Pretender's asking, do you guys think calling out rappers or DJs to battle on the spot should be normalized again to settle the score on the rappers, DJs who diss each other?
I think it depends how you approach a motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? Because, you could approach a person the sportingly way, and they might take it as that, and it might happen, or they could take it offensive, and on the thing, shit might escalate.
Yeah.
So I think it just depends on the approach. But, yeah, if a battle happened, like, right then and there, look, let's get on this mic, let's battle right here. And there was, like, something between them, yeah, sure, that'd be fucking mad entertaining to see that happen on a spot. One rapper's doing his show, he shows up, and his rival shows up to his show and says, let's get it right now. That would be mad interesting. Everybody would be like with the oohs and ahs immediately. Some people that paid to see the artists do their shows would be pissed off. Like, man, I didn't come for a battle. I came to hear my dude rock the songs. But others would totally be like, oh, hell yeah, this is happening.
We've actually had stuff like that happen. You know what the audience is and who you going at and if they bout that life like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you know when it's somebody that you need to more book a verses for if y'all really going to do that. Right. And I'm also of the opinion that when it's somebody you shouldn't even be calling out.
Right.
A lot of the stuff I see, I look at, I'm like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Like, why are you up here calling out this dude who's even like on a whole nother level, like more of a commercial rapper, like with skills, but he's like not on your level. Why are you even, tripping off of him, right? But people do what they do. Should it be like the norm? Nothing is the norm. It all switches up based off who you dealing with. But definitely with somebody that's probably from the good life or the blowed, you can get it any kind of way. Well, one of the above, you're all of the above. You know what I mean? It could be on site. It could be planned. It could be verses. It could be subliminal bars at each other. It could be direct. It could be songs. Because, that's just fun for us, right?
Yeah.
We're just like built like that to have fun with it like that and like not really care that much. But then it's plenty of us who also aren't that reckless, with how we go about trying to, put our ego out there like that. No matter what it is or what the issue is, you know what I mean? Because really, you could just like focus on your own shit at the end of the day and just be a grown-ass person. I see a lot of people like the sports media are going at each other now. It's crazy. They done turned into rappers.
Damn.
You got whole podcasts breaking down what the other sport reporters have done or whatever.
Damn.
And I guess it's giving me some context to what's going on behind the scenes, but I don't really give a fuck. Like, all I really give a fuck about is, like, what team is fit to win and what, give me something to bet on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Shit, even with the news entertainment outlets, they go they're going at each other left and right.
But the Kendrick Drake thing was fun.
Yeah.
Like that was super fun because
Yeah.
they both seemed to want to do it.
Yeah.
They both were equipped to do it.
Yeah.
And
Did you hear Drake's new song?
they willingly engaged in it. I haven't fully absorbed it like that yet because it's been a lot going on. But I've seen enough podcasts, like I've seen enough YouTube clips to know that I saw he was going at LeBron or he was for portrayal because he picked him. But what do you want him to do? He lives in LA and the dude is winning and got to like go with how the wind blows. Like Don King said, I came in his limo, but I left in his limo. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
What you want me to do? You know what I mean? Why you all Bron like that? But there you go again. And that could stir up that in and of itself because people would be like, well, Bron can't really defend himself. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
like,
He's gonna have
I might want to come back at you about that. Like some who knows?
So Kendrick will take up for LeBron.
Right,
if he
yeah,
needed
like
to.
okay, no. So now you just gave me ammo. You're gonna come back and stick up for LeBron too or something. I don't know, but it's a trip, But it was fun to see that. It reminded me. I mean, it can get dangerous. Like we saw the Biggie Pac thing.
Yeah.
It's like it felt like Biggie couldn't even get his bars off, and then it turned out we found out who shot you wasn't even written post.
Yeah.
It just was bad, the worst
Bad
timing ever.
Bad
Yeah,
timing.
it was the worst timing ever. Yeah.
For a dope, foresight of a song. Like he premonitionally saw that he was really gonna need a message like that for somebody even bigger than who was initially for. And when he dropped that at that show, for me, it was like, oh, okay, let's go. But with the bars, kind of like they do on the King of the Dot and all that, right? Yeah. Like, okay, keep it like that, right? You have that, by the way. Excellent. I loved URL and all those dudes.
Yeah.
Rapping their ass off, coming up with the most creative shit ever.
Yeah, man.
To tear down another
their tear down game is crazy.
And some of them can transfer those skills to songwriting as well, I've heard, and be viable artists, with streams and stuff too, and fan base and do shows. So salute to those. But then also salute to the ones who made that a craft and like their whole thing, almost like their whole thing, because it's sustainable and they get bread and they can keep doing it.
Yeah, salute to those, man. They do put the work into the bars, that's for sure. All right.
Tony is saying, what do you guys think about the song collabs like Self-Destruction and Same Gang? Do you think the songs like that will ever be made again?
Oh, man. Oh,
Classics.
Good question.
yeah.
I love those songs.
I hope. I hope so. In a sort of, they do, right? Like this crew y'all got, right? With Exhibit and that.
Yeah.
Right? I was trying to go to the whiskey, but then I had to do some other stuff with the kid.
I feel you.
You got people, you could probably find songs with a bunch of people on it. We made a bunch, right? And cross, intersection the crews, right?
It's time for that to be done again with famous artists from LA and underground together, to give a message for the youth.
Yeah, or We Are the World, and the way that those came out, and I guess the resources that was put into them to have everybody, because that was pretty special just to have all those groups there to even do the video.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that wasn't send your part, have your people film on your green screen.
Yeah, no.
You know what I mean? That was they were all there.
You had to show up.
Like how my dude likes to make music. He don't like to send me beats and all that. He
Got to
come
in.
through. Let's you know what I mean? Let's sit down and vibe. So back then, will it be like that? Like the greatest night in pop music when We Are the World got made after this award show, where everybody commit to go to a studio and record this epic thing together for this cause like that. You know what I'm saying? We'll see. We'll see whoever wants to get that together.
Every now and then people step up. We'll see who that next group is. you know, because that group was called to by 3 people, you know, that were substantial enough to get everybody's attention. Quincy, Mike, and who was the third? Lionel Richie. When those guys start making the call out, no one doesn't respond. Like, no one steps away and says, no, you know what? I can't, except for Prince, because he was a bastard like that. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to one of the greatest. He was like, no, I'll play guitar on it.
Yo, how many?
Like, no, but we need your voice. No, but I'm saying, like, every now and then a group of people steps up.
Yeah.
And we'll see who the next group is, because I do believe it will come. It's just, it's going to take an event to happen for that to happen, I think.
Good idea.
Yeah, absolutely. What were you going to say, Les?
I was gonna ask you. Do you remember how many people was on the gang song?
We're on the same gang?
Same gang.
I don't.
Nope.
I don't remember.
It was like a 7-minute song, I believe.
Yeah,
It was at
probably
least
7 rappers.
10, it was.
I know it was a lot of people.
Yeah. It's 7 to 10 people. If it's a 7-minute song, everybody got a minute.
I used to love those songs, man.
Yeah.
That's just dope.
Word up.
And Dre produced that first. We are on the same gang, too.
Yeah.
Did the beat.
Word. Oh, here it goes. Here's the list.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, see? Dr. Dre.
6 people.
Sick.
Oh, no. Excuse me.
14 different acts.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Word up.
Yeah, I knew it was at least 10.
Yeah.
Damn.
All right.
Next in here is Tito saying, "Oh snap!" We got Abstract Rude saying, "I remember going to the BB King in City Walk and smoking a nice one with you and watch you perform."
Man,
It's time ago.
yeah, those are the days. I like BB Kings when it was BB Kings. It's
Yeah, it was a
something
good memory.
different now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's changed it.
Yeah, City
Yeah.
Walk's different.
Yeah. Always a good time at City Walk, man, for various reasons. Like my kid loves it too, so good place. Rest in peace, BB King.
That's right.
For sure.
And that seems to be it so far.
Word up. Thank you for your interactions, your submissions, and your time, love, energy, and support. We appreciate you, and thank you very much. And we want to thank my man Jack. We want to thank Abstract for coming in, sitting in with us, man. Congratulations on the redrop of a masterclass album. You know what I'm saying? And for real hip hop's sake, man, it's great to hear y'all out there doing shit.
Hey, I appreciate
Thank you.
bro. Thanks for having us. My dude C- and me go way back.
Yeah.
He ain't never not supported all of us, man. And also, since that first smoke out, you booked us for at the Coliseum.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? It's been an honor to work with you, my dude. Les, hey, yo, much love, man.
Much love.
to y'all.
Thank you so much, man. You got any shout outs you want to give before we roll?
Just shout out to all my family, my grandkids, my kids, my wife, and everybody. That's all my friends. It's just too many people to mention, but all the love for all the hip hop artists I work with.
That's
Word up. I'll give a shout out to my daughter, Aaliyah, who's recovering from breaking her leg, you know what I'm saying? But day by day, she getting stronger. So, Daddy, love you, baby.
Heal up. C minus.
Shout out to Fat Jack and Ab Rude. It's a pleasure to finally have you guys. I go back, way back with, I remember being at your birthday party. Like,
Okay.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
And I gave you that Death from Above album. Like,
Okay.
yeah, I was like, you gotta check this. I was so hype on it. I was like, yo, you gotta check this out, man. Thank you for being as cool you guys have been, throughout this whole time. So appreciate you. Shout out to B. Shout out to Les. Shout out to the legendary Trios crew. Oh, shout out to Jaybird as well, like from Rhyme Sayers. I want to say what up.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to Dro, Aton, E-Zone, Javi Lopez, Cali Blaze, The Strong One, and you for watching. You can follow me at C-Fan4. We'll see you back here tomorrow for another edition of Dr. Greenthumb Show, and y'all have a good one. What up, Psycho Les?
Chillin'. Yo, salute everybody on the chat for checking in. Abstract, Jack, thanks for coming through,
Respect.
chopping it up with us. It was dope. Good hip hop talk, So anyway, if you on the IG, follow me at the new Psycho Les page. And if you're checking for the merch, the psycholesshop.com. It's Thursday. Have a good weekend. I don't know about the mix. B, we doing this?
I don't know if
All
we're
right,
doing it today.
We'll let y'all know. All right, squeeze them.
Yo, shout the Insane Asylum, shout to Ray Morning, Shot Film, shout to the Dominator. Treehouse, we're just going to go listen to a little bit of Give Me That Ass and see what's up later. What's up, B?
May God bless your steps always. Swallow that.
BREALTV.